Today, we are diving deep into a really critical and frankly growing threat. It's impacting property owners right here across Manatee, Sarasota, and the wider Tampa Bay region.
Absolutely. We're talking about property deed fraud and identity theft.
Right. And for you, our realtor listeners, our goal today is really simple. Equip you with the knowledge you need, protect your clients, and really stand out as an expert on this specific risk.
It's crucial.
Our sources are showing this issue is really surging, particularly here in Florida. And we're not talking about someone breaking down a door.
No, not at all.
We're talking about your client finding out, maybe weeks or months down the line, that some forged document, often a quitclaim deed, was filed.
And suddenly, their property belongs to a total stranger on paper.
It's a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, and what's really essential to get is how quiet this crime is. Stealing property this way, it doesn't involve force. It happens with just one fraudulent piece of paper filed away.
Silently. If you're not watching, the home is just gone from their name.
Exactly. Gone on paper, which creates a huge legal mess.
And the tool they often seem to use is the quitclaim deed. Seems kind of harmless, but why is that the criminal's favorite?
Well, it's because a quitclaim deed basically just transfers whatever interest the person signing claims to have. There's absolutely zero guarantee of clear title involved.
Zero guarantee. So a fraudster can just forge a signature.
Forge a signature, pretend they own it, file the deed. They don't need title insurance for this. No real proof of who they are at the filing stage.
We've seen real local examples, right? Like that Tampa couple.
Oh, yeah. They were accused of forging multiple deeds. Sometimes changing the title cost them less than $1 in recording fees.
Less than $1.
Less than $1. All it took was that forged signature and, unfortunately, sometimes a notary who wasn't paying close enough attention or was maybe even complicit.
That simplicity is just, it's shocking. But it's not always simple, is it? It's getting high-tech, too.
Definitely. Look at that Broward County case. Criminals use artificial intelligence, AI video, to impersonate the actual property owner.
During a virtual closing.
During a virtual closing. Now, thankfully, the title company caught that one. They stopped it.
Okay, that's good news.
It is, but it just goes to show the level of sophistication we're starting to see. They're adapting.
So let's connect the dots. Why Florida? Why does this work so well here?
Well, a couple of big reasons. First, our public record system is incredibly open.
Yeah.
Anyone can go online and look up property deeds.
Total transparency, which is usually good, but here.
Here, it's a vulnerability. And the second critical point, the county clerks. Their job is basically to record documents if the basic requirements, like fees, are met.
They don't have to verify if the signature is real or who's actually filing it.
No, it's not their legal responsibility to authenticate the document itself. They record. That's the mandate. Pay the fee, meet the basic form requirements, it gets recorded.
Wow. That's a huge gap.
It is. It's a massive loophole fraudsters exploit.
Okay, so given how frighteningly simple these scams can be, let's pivot. Let's talk about how you, the professional realtor, can turn this threat into, well, a way to add value. How do you guide clients toward prevention?
Right. This is where you can really shine. The most immediate, the most critical defense. It's setting up a property fraud alert system.
And that's available locally?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's free. Manatee County, Sarasota County, Hillsborough County, they all offer this service. You sign up and it automatically notifies the owner if any document gets recorded with their name or their property folio number.
That seems like a no-brainer. Every client should do that.
Every single one. Non-negotiable first step. It gives you an early warning.
Okay, beyond that alert system, what other layers of protection can we recommend?
Good question. You add more value by suggesting first that clients regularly monitor the county property records themselves. Just keep an eye on things.
Okay.
Second, and this is a big one, especially for valuable properties or vulnerable owners, consider placing the real estate into a properly structured property trust.
How does that help?
It makes an unauthorized transfer much, much harder to pull off. It adds layers of legal protection and complexity that deters fraudsters.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Yeah, one more practical tip in today's world. Whenever feasible, advocate for verified in-person signings. Virtual stuff is convenient, but it carries risks, as we saw with that AI case.
Good point. Reduce the identity risk where you can.
Exactly. And these steps are particularly vital when you think about who lives here, right? In our Manatee, Sarasota, Tampa Bay area.
You mean like
Fraudsters love targets like vacant land or homes owned by the elderly or folks who live out of state, absentee owners, investors.
And that's a huge part of our market, snowbirds, investors.
A huge part. So protecting these clients who might be more vulnerable or less likely to notice quickly, that's paramount. It's where you can really demonstrate your duty of care.
So the takeaway here is pretty clear. In this environment of increasing fraud, expertise, and just vigilance, they aren't optional anymore. They're absolutely non-negotiable for a realtor.
Absolutely. And look, sometimes fraud happens despite best efforts. So to truly protect your clients, you need to be ready for the what if.
Meaning?
Meaning, partner with experienced firms. You need people who can jump in, do forensic title reviews, figure out what happened, and take swift legal action.
Like quiet title actions.
Precisely. A quiet title lawsuit is often the necessary legal step to clear that fraudulent cloud off the title and legally restore the rightful ownership. It needs to be done correctly and quickly.
Okay, that makes sense. You need the right partners lined up before disaster strikes.
Exactly right.
That's why we strongly encourage you, our listeners, to consider utilizing Barnes Walker for truly reliable title services and, just seamless closings. They handle the preventative side.
And for the legal firepower, if needed.
Then rely on their affiliated law firm, Barnes Walker, Gertha, Perron, Shane Johnson, PLLC. They offer comprehensive legal guidance, real estate law, litigation, like quiet title, business law, estate planning, all the related areas.
Experience matters here.
It really does. They have over 30 years of trust built up in this community with convenient offices right here across Sarasota and Manatee counties. Think of them as providing that essential legal firewall your client might need. Your professional partnership is, ultimately, your client's strongest defense.